Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Patrick Gallino, and let's queer up business. Federal crackdown shakes D.C.'s queer nightlife. President Donald Trump's federal takeover of policing in the nation's capital, billed as a crackdown on violent crime, is sending shockwaves through the city's LGBTQ nightlife. Bar owners say sales have collapsed, patrons are staying home, and workers are carrying passports and legal documents just to walk the streets. Mark Rutstein, co-owner of Crush Dance Bar, great place, told The Advocate, quote, "This whole thing is being billed as a violent crime crackdown, but it's just an immigration sweep," unquote. Recently, federal and local agencies staged checkpoints at 14th Street, leading to 45 arrests, out of which 29 were immigration-related. Rutstein said Homeland Security agents were even seen pulling a Latino man into an unmarked vehicle. The visible police presence triggered protests and what he calls customer flight. Sales at Crush dropped 75% on Thursday and were down by more than half on Friday. Dave Perruzza, owner of Pitchers and a League of Her Own, described his bar as, quote, a desert. He estimated a loss of $7,000 in one night, saying, quote, that's not sustainable, unquote. At Bunker, a popular underground club, co-owner Q Edwin said federal agents have been stopping cars, demanding IDs, and intimidating patrons. A U.S. Army veteran himself, Edwin now carries his passport when driving in the city. He said, quote, even the ones that have green cards or work permits are scared to come to work, unquote. Trump has defended his actions by citing violent crime data, but city records show crime is at historic lows. Rutstein calls the president's claims, quote, unequivocally false, unquote. For now, DC's queer bar owners say they're training staff, consulting lawyers, and doing whatever they can to keep nightlife safe. But as Rutstein summoned it up, the mood is panicked. Well, having just been in DC recently, leading into World Pride, and where things were feeling fairly calm and safe, it's almost unbelievable to just have been reading this story. I know my friends in DC have been relaying to me that they are upset. Thank goodness there are some really good activists there who are standing up, but to realize that our nightlife, which is already struggling, right? Bars are already struggling, that this administration is damaging our safe spaces is just emotionally devastating to me. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that the whole thing is a guise for immigration, and the fact that these ICE agents can just drag people and put them in unmarked vehicles. I mean, yeah, this is the perfect climate for a serial killer.
Right. Yeah.
Because put a hood over your head, drive a black SUV, and start yanking people off the street.
Well, the vigilante masks are not far from that. Yeah, the vigilante masks are very upsetting me.
That's what's happening now, and who knows who these people are.
I saw a video of that happening, and a lady there confronted one of the ICE agents. And then, of course, they ended up leaving, but that's because they weren't ICE agents. They were people dressed up as ICE agents. Of course.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, and a lot of these people are probably the same people that refused to wear masks during COVID. Right. Look at them now.
Now they'll put a mask on.
Exactly. I don't know about you, but I'm getting my news these days from South Park.
Right. Well, and this looks like something from a bad dystopian movie from like the 70s or whatever. But this is our life. This is, we call it ICE. It's his personal secret police.
Gestapo.
Yeah. So there are legal people being detained, sometimes deported.
Yeah.
All kinds of nonsense to get back. And if you do come back 3 months later, how scarred are you by then?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And the families who are torn apart, it's just so, okay. But these things are also happening in urban areas where there are a lot of African-American leadership and Latin leadership, where there are big K communities. These are not these are targeted. Crime wave might really...
Crime is down.
It's down by 30% already. But he can say that, people, his
He's a
base
gaslighter.
will not question it.
His
and then,
cult will follow anything he
exactly.
says.
And so then he can do these ridiculously horrible things that you would think, if I just remember from my 8th grade civics class, that we would never allow, we'd never put up with.
Sure.
And we're just handing the keys over to yahoos.
To the crazy.
To the crazy.
We were warned, weren't we?
Yeah, the patients are running the asylum.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm even not even going all the way back to Orwell. We were warned in the election cycle where they handed us the plan.
Right.
It was 900 pages. We had it.
Yes.
And they were like, well, it's too much. I can't be bothered to read. Oh, yeah, it's only our lives.
Or, they can't.
Right.
It's only our lives. But then
do this.
But this is too crazy.
That's not legal.
But we had activists who even gave us like Cliff Notes versions so that you could read it. They took 900, put all the points, got it down to like 25 pages.
Right.
Yes.
But they're not going to do it. So meanwhile, here we are. And it's very, very upsetting. So
Well, it's the people who benefit from the way the system is set up that think that the stuff isn't going to happen because it never happens to them.
Right.
That's why they're so comfortable, because they're like, well, this is new to me.
Some of them are going to
It
be
might be
shocked,
new to you, but it's not new, and it's definitely not new
for marginalized people. And that we just said, it's already warped us a little bit. We said the word federal takeover of DC like that's a thing you say. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We said it like
it's just a
Black
thing.
Friday sale at Macy's. I mean,
Right.
we just said it like it's a thing to say already. I mean, why we should just be afraid to leave our homes almost, that we're so just like depressed and overwhelmed with how crazy it is. But we've already sort of adjusted a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, when I think back to my middle school, social studies and history classes, learning about government and democracy, I never thought there'd be a time in my life when I would have so much appreciation for what I was being taught and how fragile our United States of America is. But thank goodness we do have so many great activists fighting right now, like everyone at this table.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing to and sharing Queer News Tonight.